Hi, my name's Sarah. I'm one of the national hiring managers with Momentum Solar. Thanks so much for taking the time today to learn more about Momentum Solar and the brand ambassador role which you've applied to. I'm excited to speak with you about this position and share more in-depth information. I do encourage you to take some notes as I will be covering a wide range of topics. So today I'll be covering why solar, who is Momentum Solar, the role of a brand ambassador, so the day-to-day training, your unique role in the organization, and then what's in it for you. So compensation, recognition and advancement, and incentives and awards. So why solar? You're going to see on the screen some statistics about the solar industry. And I share this information because it directly affects the continued growth of our company. So it's been reported that there has been a 167% increase in solar adoption in the past decade. That puts the average growth rate of 42% while ranking at the top of new electric capacity added to the grid. In 2021, 46% of all new electric capacity added was solar. That was the third year in a row that solar made up the largest share of new capacity. Residential solar installation has experienced its fifth consecutive record year in 2021, and solar electrical generation has risen dramatically by over 400% from 0.1% in 2010 to around 4% today. So who is Momentum Solar? We are solar veterans with a nationwide presence. We were founded in 2009. We have more than 2,400 employees across 32 states, and we focus on residential installations in 11 states. We've completed over 55,000 installations with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. We're customer focused and vertically integrated. Every Momentum Solar employee is responsible for delivering exceptional service at every step of a customer's transition to solar energy. We're a proud home solar company with a national footprint. We do not subcontract customer acquisition, project management, or system installation. And technology is at our core. We use data-driven sales and lead gen platforms, as well as proprietary technology solutions to enable Momentum to deliver enhanced operational productivity. That data and that technology also allows us to have clear communication and visibility across our departments when supporting a customer with their transition to solar energy. We're able to help the customer at every step of the way because it will always be a Momentum Solar employee that is working with them directly. So what is a brand ambassador? What do we do? Essentially, our job is to help people. So how do we do that? We do that by helping to schedule people for a quick, easy, hassle-free, no-cost consultation to see if they may qualify to potentially reduce their electric bill and save money with solar. So I use electricity every day. My guess is that we all do. It'd be kind of hard not to. So that means that regardless of who pays for it, we all have an electric bill for the energy that we use. So what's really unique about a role like this, as some of you may have worked in sales or retail, is that we're helping people save money on a bill, energy, that they have to have and are already paying for. So we're just trying to help them see if they can save money, protect themselves from inflation, help the environment. It's a very different value proposition from what many of us have experienced in sales and retail, which is usually adding cost, not saving money. So before I explain what this means to you, let's take a look at the day in the life of a brand ambassador. So we work as a team with our partners at retail stores and live events, but regardless of where we work, the goal is still the same. We're helping people go solar by scheduling them for free, no obligation in-home consultations. So we have partnerships with many different live event and retail vendors, including BJ's Wholesale Clubs, Sam's Clubs, Lowe's. We also have partnerships with major and minor league sports teams, including the New York Yankees, the New York Giants, their national football team, and also the New York Red Bulls, the national soccer team as well. So we started with BJ's back in 2019 with 5 stores and 12 people. And we did such a great job, I think, because of our training, that we expanded from 5 stores to 20, all on Long Island, then another 20 or so in New Jersey, then another 50 or so in Florida, most recently 11 stores in Connecticut, 15 stores in Massachusetts, and 20 stores in Las Vegas, and that's just our partnership with BJ's Wholesale Clubs. We have our partnerships with Lowe's that goes nationwide. So we look to continue that growth, going from the 6 states to the 11 over the next 3 years. And lots of partners means a few things for you. We work with high quality, high volume stores. It allows you to work close to home with multiple choices of clubs in which to work. And it also means opportunities for you to move up within the company should you qualify. So let's take a deeper look here. What does this mean for you? Most everyone starts off as a brand ambassador, which is the role that we're talking about today. From there, someone can move into a team leader, and then from there, a channel manager. So all of our brand ambassadors start into our industry-leading training program. It starts with a week of in-class training, and you're learning everything that you would need to know to be successful in the role. So what we do, how we help people, how the iPad works, what's expected of everybody on the team, and then what they can expect from us in return. After that week of in-class training, we start a multi-week training and development program. We do not expect an individual to be as proficient as somebody who has been in the role for 6 months, a year, 2 years, right off the bat. So we have you shadow learn from somebody who is experienced. And over the course of a couple weeks, we make the handoff from the trainer to that new individual. So by the end of the first month, the new brand ambassador is doing the majority of the activity. Our training is designed to set people up to be successful from day one. So in addition to the training, you get to pick the events and stores in which you work. Most individuals' home club is within a 25 to 30-minute radius of where they live. You will be scheduled for your shifts at a store location within that 30-minute radius. But don't worry, we will discuss the logistics of clubs and locations during the second interview. You also get to pick your schedule. So the minimum amount of time an individual can work with us is 3 6-hour shifts, 18 hours per week. That is the minimum for part-time. The minimum for full-time is 32 hours per week, the maximum 40 hours. We are hiring right now for full-time and for part-time positions. Of course, there are certain days and times where we have a greater need, and frankly, there's a greater opportunity, especially on the weekends. In addition to hourly pay, all of our brand ambassadors have the opportunity to earn uncapped bonuses for what they do each and every day. On average, a brand ambassador is going to earn anywhere between $500 to $1,500 extra a month in that additional income, and that is in addition to the hourly base pay. This opportunity also comes with full benefits for full-time employees, a company-provided iPad, and of course, the swag. You will be provided with Momentum Solar shirts that align with our retail partner stores. So in terms of career advancement, the first step into management is a team lead. This is a player coach role. You're teaching and growing a small team while working hands-on with them. And with those additional responsibilities comes additional income, an increase in hourly pay, and additional bonus opportunities, an average annual income of about $60,000 to $80,000 your first year in. The next step in leadership is the channel manager. Channel managers are responsible for overseeing the entire market in which they operate. So this includes staffing, profit and loss, client vendor relationships. It's an opportunity in excess of 6 figures. It is certainly not the last step within the leadership hierarchy with Momentum Solar. Individuals can choose to move into a training manager, event manager, regional manager position, and as we expand into more states and more stores with more partner vendors, we'll need to expand our tiers of leadership to help support the growth of the organization. So the great thing is that those selected have the opportunity to choose the career path that works best for them and is going to meet their career goals. So what are we looking for? We do not expect anyone coming into this role to know and understand solar panels or the details of appointment scheduling or consumer behaviors and best practices. But what we do expect is that the individuals we select to bring to the organization are professional, teachable, trainable, and coachable. We start all of our brand ambassadors into our training program, which we just touched on. The objective there, to teach you everything that you would need to know to be successful in the role. So what to say, how to say it, who to say it to, when to say nothing at all. If an individual is willing to come in, and as you can see at the bottom right of my screen, apply and try. We have the systems, we have the organization and the training to set you up to be successful. So outside of the training, what are the day-to-day expectations? The first is local travel. So not to surprise anyone, but our brand ambassadors need to be able to travel locally and, well, act as ambassadors for us. You will need reliable transportation for this position. The second is professionalism. So just that. We don't clock into an office or cubicle every day. We work in a small group, and our teammates will depend on us to be where we will be when we say that we will be. The third is career development. Be good at what you do, be proud of it. And then from there, where you go within the company, it's completely up to you. So I say all of that to say this career isn't easy. It's not a clock in, clock out, keep your head down, shuffle some papers kind of role. It's an interactive position. We're talking with people throughout the day, we're engaging with them as they're shopping in the stores, and we're sharing about our process and our system, which is solar. So those selected have to apply themselves and learn our system. I promise you, it's not overly complex or complicated concepts to learn and master, but there's a fair amount of information that you're going to be learning in a short amount of time, and that does take a certain level of dedication. So you may be wondering, why are we willing to put this much time, energy, and effort into training and developing our new teammates? I know I mentioned it before, but it really all comes back to growth. See, the people that we hire today, they're going to be the leaders of this organization tomorrow. It's part of the reason why we structure our compensation model with incentive compensation at every level in the development process. So it's not just that there's internal growth that the organization can provide to the right individual out there. That's certainly true. It's also that we have a system that allows individuals to have a large amount of influence in when, where, and how they grow within the company. By aligning incentive or variable compensation to revenue producing activities, we let individuals also self-select into leadership positions. So this is truly a high growth opportunity with a high growth company inside of a high growth industry. And I referenced at the beginning of this presentation a couple statistics relative to the solar industry. It's 42% annual growth. The cost to install solar has dropped by more than 60% over the last decade. And think about this, when this team was founded in 2019 with only 12 people in 5 retail stores, in 2 years, we've grown to over 150 locations with over 350 active brand ambassadors. So with that being said, we're launching new event and retail partnerships that we've already kicked off in 2023 with a 3-year objective of going live in the 11 states from the 6 that we're currently in. We're adding dozens, if not hundreds, of new locations with our retail vendor partners as well as events. And that means that we're growing our brand ambassador force by at least 300 to 500% over that same period of time. In addition to the growth of the brand ambassadors, we're also going to need the corresponding growth in leadership at all levels. So I always tell people, if this sounds like a position that you would like to move forward with, that you think you're a great fit for, is think about your career goals. I know we talked about a few different avenues for growth here, but one thing that Momentum really prides itself on is promoting from within. So the avenues from growth are very extensive. So when we started this session today and this meeting, we recognize that you're here because you've applied for the brand ambassador position. So thank you so much for joining me and for learning more about this position and this awesome opportunity. I look forward to continuing the interview process and hopefully speaking with you one-on-one. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.